Saturday playbook review time once again. Today we are going back to one of the first playbooks we looked at when this game actually came out back in July, but now that we got a little bit of a better understanding of how things work with this game, it is time for us to revisit one of my personal favorite, one of the most fun looking playbooks in the entire game, the Rice Owls and their spread option. Now for this one, we are actually going to go into our dynasty, because if you didn't know, we do run an online dynasty with 32 users, all to take group of 5 teams, 2 stars or below. That's how we ended up. You can't really tell, but it is an Old Dominion shirt we got on here. And we have been repping the Monarchs here for a little bit. And the reason we're in this dynasty is because I'm actually going to be running the Rice playbook here, at least at the start of year 3. I like to change my playbooks quite a bit, believe it or not. So we're going to run through practice mode here in our dynasty. As you can see, 32 users, whole bunch of group of 5 teams. And we're kind of hitting that point where ODU is getting a little left behind because I don't really know what I'm doing so much in a dynasty. But we can head into practice mode. We'll go over the formations, of course, all the run plays. There's a lot of good pass plays in here too, and how I'm going to be setting up the depth chart to run this offense. So let's just get on into it. Now, I don't know if I mentioned the online dynasties all run on our second channel, Old Man Trying Things. If you're curious to watch this playbook actually in action, the link for that is in the link tree in the description down below. We have all of our user games, sometimes against the CPU. That's kind of hit or miss. I don't really care about the CPU games. And then we have games of the week every week from week 0 through the end of the season, including bowl games, everything like that. I try to highlight. There's a lot of different play styles in that dynasty. It's been super fun. So if you're interested, Old Man Trying Things. Okay, first and foremost, how are we going to set up our depth chart to run this Rice offense, and why I think it's actually going to work pretty good with the team we got here? Number one, of course, is going to be your quarterback. You need some speed. You need a fast quarterback. We've got Micah Alahado, the transfer from Hawaii, 89 speed, 88 agility, 90 excel. I think those are all going to be good enough to run an offense like this with Option King and downhill. Couple solid abilities there. We'd like a shifty, but we actually do have one coming up later. At halfback, we did get back our beautiful boy, Devin Roche. He left us in year 2. He went to Kansas. Year 3, he's back at ODU. And with how this offense, we're going to set it up, this is really going to be the only halfback that matters. We really just need one, and it's going to be Roche. Great abilities, good speed, great agility, great acceleration, great everything. I love this guy. Now, compared to like the flex bone of an Army, Navy, Air Force, to me, the fullback isn't going to matter a ton in this, so we'll throw this tight end in there for some sets that'll use it, but for the most part, we're not really focused on our fullbacks. What really is going to matter is not just wide receivers, it's going to be our slot wide receivers. So Michael Hillhouse, he was a halfback for us. We moved him over to wide receiver before we even decided to use this playbook. It all just kind of worked out for us. He did have a safety valve ability, but unfortunately, once we moved him, that went off. He already had takeoff and recoup. Guy looked awesome. So it's going to be Hillhouse, converted halfback over to wide receiver, and Abdul Rahim Gladding are going to be our 2 slot receivers, him with the silver shifty. So if you come down here, put them as our slot receivers, we should have this pretty well set. Now, why that's important is because a lot of these wingback formations of Rice are going to default into the package that you see down on kind of the bottom left of your screen here, dual slot wide receivers, instead of a normal flex bone that uses the fullback behind the quarterback and then your top 2 halfbacks as the wingbacks. A lot of these are going to have the slot receivers in the spot of the wingbacks, then you're starting halfback at the spot of the fullback, which I think actually sets up really, really good for this team. So we're going to go through some of the pistol, we're going to go through some of the shotgun, mainly focus a little bit more on the passes in this because we mostly know what all the runs are going to be. At a wing, we're going to only be really focusing on the wingback stuff. There's a couple other shotgun formations we'll look at, but for the most part, just the wingback stuff that's really specific to Rice. So we're going to see a ton of motion, a ton of options, read options, triple options. You're going to have your pick, and it's, I mean, how does this not look like a ton of fun? Motion load option, triple option strong, triple option weak. We have those 2 triple options that both utilize that same motion from our slot receiver / wingback on the left going in motion out to the right, but the triple option goes left or right. I love that. This offense is really all about the motion and misdirection, trying to catch your opponents a little bit off guard. And why I like that slot receiver package specifically for a team like this is if we call something like load option going out to the left, this is going to be that Abdul Rahim Gladding getting the pitch on this with his silver shifty, or if we go to the other way, it'll be Hillhouse getting this, our converted halfback who's now playing wide receiver. But we can see how it's got both of those slot receivers. It's got our 2 starting tight ends, and we've got 2 very good tight ends. Another reason why I kind of wanted to try this playbook, and our halfback 1 behind Roche. So I love the looks of it. I love the idea of it. Now let's look at a little bit more of the different plays in here, because I really do think there's some good passes in here. Like even PA boot, you could hot route, put like a drag on ace. We got something going to the left and something back to the right. You got all the fun runs, all the triple options, the read options, just a straight triple option with no motion going out to the left. You got some mesh plays. Mesh is always going to be a good play. One thing I did want to see though is if we call something like stretch, can we then motion one of these blockers over? We can. So now we can kind of overload that right side with 2 tight ends and our slot receiver and run a stretch out this way, cut it back up with Roche because he's the best, and I'm so happy to have him back. So that's good to know. So we can do a little motion, create a little better numbers, or we just have motion halfback stretch. I forgot that play was then wing back double tight, so we don't even have to motion the guy over. They will just motion over by themselves, and the motion duo and the motion PA spot. Like, gosh, I love this. I think this playbook is going to be a ton of fun. That's wing back double tight. We've also, we've got a lot of wing back to go through, so I'm going to try to go a little bit quicker. Not going to show a ton of plays, especially when we get to shotgun. There's a ton of stuff in shotgun. I've got them all written down. That's why I keep looking back this way. So wing back tight. We're going to see a lot more motion, a lot more triple options. We've also got, this is where we're going to start seeing some of these beautiful pass plays. Something like this curl flat. I think that's a really good combo, having that post. That's going to be our tight end 1 and our slot receiver. Tight end 1 on the post, slot receiver on a return route. Really, really good combination there. PA crossers utilizing both of our tight ends. Because in this formation, we are going to have our 2 tight ends, tight end 1 on the right, tight end 2 kind of off the line to the left, and your slot receiver, number 7, is going to be in that wing back spot on the right, and your wide receiver 1 is going to be out on the left. So elsewhere in wing back tight, there was one other play I thought looked pretty interesting. You got triple options going left, triple options going right, load options, read options, all the good stuff that we love to see. And really what I'm really like about this formation more than almost anything else is with the passes, trying to throw the ball out of flexbone can be so impossible, because if they're sending a blitz, they just get through immediately. You have no time to make a read, you have no time to do anything. Now that we're going to be able to run a lot of these plays in pistol and shotgun, it should help open up the passing game a little bit. You got a little bit of a shovel option in here too, a little wing back screen. Just so much fun stuff in here. Wing back, so this is going to use still our 2 slot receivers in those wing back spots, and then a couple of receivers out wide as well. This is essentially, you can think of it kind of like flexbone normal, but from the pistol, right? Instead of the fullback, we got the halfback. We already went over the substitutions and everything, but it's a very, very similar setup to what we see out of flexbone normal, just with the quarterback and halfback backed up off the line a little bit. But again, we're gonna have triple options going either way you want them. You got some decent enough pass plays in here. I don't love the passes out of this specific formation. You got some decent play action stuff, a nice little counter run, read options. The verticals, maybe you'd have to hot route a few things. Same with bench. So not really any great stock pass plays. PA wheelies potentially, especially with us having a takeoff on one of our slot receivers there. So wingback looks fine enough to me. The one thing really missing between these that we do have in like a regular flexbone is rocket toss, which is just one of the best flexbone plays in the entire game. We don't really have a similar thing to that here, but when it comes to options, we got plenty of those. we got ourselves plenty of those. The wing back slot, this one's a little bit different. This one actually does use our fullback just as default. I haven't changed the packages on anything. This is just how they all default so far. Slot receiver. This uses your slot receivers. Wing back slot is actually going to use your fullback and then your halfback 1 in the wing back spot. So just something to kind of keep in mind. But again, we're going to see a lot of the same things, some shovel options, some read options, some triple options. So the pistol, I think is going to be more for running the ball. There's not a ton of great passes between the different wingbacks, in my opinion, between these. This one kind of reminds me a little bit of the pistol in Navy. They're like flexbone trips or something like that, where you do have some pass options in this one, like smash, all go, just put a drag on RB. But it's a lot about the triple options, read options, things like that. And they've also got a little pistol spread for you if you want to throw that in there as well. But the main attraction to me for this playbook, yes, the pistol wingback stuff looks fun. It looks pretty good for the most part, but I don't think it holds much of a candle compared to the shotgun stuff here in Rice. So we'll start with wingback tight X split. Again, we can see that package is on slot receiver, so we're going to have Devin Roche, our halfback, one in the backfield with our quarterback, and in the wingback spot are going to be our two slot receivers, one receiver split out wide. And here's where some of these passes are going to come from. This halfback attack is a fantastic pass play. The quick out route on X, who remember is our slot receiver, gets open all the time. You got your tight end one going on a bit of a fade, a kind of a Texas angle route there on our other halfback, and a comeback on the left. Great combination. Don't really even have to hot route anything. You can keep that one stock as is. Then of course there's gonna be some good runs in a heavy set like this with just a QB blast with a guy like Mike Alejado. Give him a little bit of space. He should be able to make some things happen. An 0-1 trap run here as well. PA power read, a regular power read, something I'm gonna try more of this year. I want to get better at actually being able to make that read on power read, because I think it is a really good play. I'm just horrible at making the reads on it. Oh yeah, speed out here on that X quick out. Motion PA wheel could be really good. You got some different motion screens, a motion run. So wingback tight X split I think is a pretty solid formation, especially just with how this team is set up. Wingback tight offset. We have got some really good plays in here. You see another motion triple option, motion duo, PA comeback. The thing I've harped on before, and a thing I always like, is having that same motion coming from the same spot, but having it be a bunch of different plays. You can do a triple option, a play action pass, or just a duo run, which is, duo is typically one of the best runs in the entire game. Now we got some more kind of funky triple options. This one on the left, the motion lead triple option, that play art is wrong. The guy coming in motion on the right, our wingback slot receiver over there, isn't going out to the left. He's actually going to come back to the right. He does go into motion, but he actually kind of zigzags and gets back out to the other side. So don't let that play art fool you on that one. It looks wrong, but he actually does run that right. Then another triple option where he comes in motion but then turns into a lead blocker, our wingback over there on the right, and a play action pass utilizing that same motion. Inside zone, outside zone, load option. The spacing one is interesting. That RB, your halfback, kind of gets stuck on the line a little bit, but if he can actually get out there, that route gets open a ton. Mesh spot, these two pass plays, I mean these three, triple option of course is always gonna be good, but these pass plays, mesh spot, the main, I mean everybody knows mesh is good. I like to streak instead of that little curl route on X. A streak I think does really well just with how this formation lines up. But I do want to show this bench play because this out route B is on, another great reason to have your slot receivers in here. This quick out route B is on is very good. It gets open against a lot of different coverages. I can't guarantee it's going to get open every time. It might not get open this time, but a lot of times he is just on a really quick little out route. If the flat is coming from pretty much anybody except that outside corner, he's going to beat him to the outside. Like even manned up there, just not the best ball by Mike. I probably should run this the other side with a lefty quarterback, now that I'm thinking about it. But still, we can see how open B is getting. And then of course, tight end corner routes, really good against any sort of man coverage, especially cover zero man. And then our wingback on the left, our gold takeoff also on a corner route. But really our main read on this is just B, just bang really quick. You need a couple yards quick. This little out route on bench is unbelievable. It is so good. So those two pass plays are ones we are going to run a lot, and we're giving away a lot of secrets for how we are going to run this in our online dynasty. So if people are watching, you'll have a pretty good idea of what to look out for if we come back. And wing back tight offset, we're probably throwing that ball to B. That just gets open all the time. Elsewhere, I mean, there is one play in this wing slot offset. I know this is not technically a wing back, this uses a couple tight ends, but the smash halfback seam, we get kind of a similar out route on B, get a deep post on our tight end, and then sneak in right in between those two is a little seam streak from our halfback. So I like the looks of that one quite a bit. Elsewhere, I mean, this is pretty standard wing slot offset, drive, PA read, wheel post drag, double cross, I think looks really good. But it's not a wing back thing, so we're not going to spend too much time on it. Moving on to the next one, wing back, wing stack. This one's a tongue twister. Wing back, wing stack weak. We got a few pass plays in here. Again, we're going to see a lot of the same type of runs, just coming from different formations with different motions, different triple options, different read options, all sorts of different things. We're going to find that in every single one of these wingback formations. Lead triple option left, that guy's coming in motion, then going back up to become a blocker. Got a slot option with a guy coming in motion. This PAY corner, I think, looks pretty dang good. You're getting a little bit of a flood going over there to the right. I don't love the motion on X on that. It's nice that it's the same as the other ones, at least somewhat. But then him going back out into the flat. The only other thing I kind of like to do with this is maybe throw a wheel route or something on your halfback, because I just don't love play action. Honestly, I think our offensive line really struggles to actually block play action, but we can see that motion X goes in. You can just dump one down to him quick, get it out to your guy, get him in space, make some people miss, get some free yards that way. And then if they stay down on X, you should be able to throw a wheel route. I mean, you could do a streak too, I guess, but wheel route or a streak on your halfback. If they stay down on X, you should have some room to fit in a throw to your halfback there. So I like the looks of that one. Got a couple sneaky little RPOs in here too. There's one more pass play. I wish I could find it. I have it written down. Motion dagger. This one. So again, we're seeing that same motion on B across all three plays. We like that. This one, we're actually going to take that motion off of B and just put him on like a corner route or something. Like that. Of course, if you want to cancel play action, you can just block your halfback or something like that. But I love that little corner route on B. I think that gets open a lot. Olesh should get open quite a bit. Lorik on his little kind of mini switch kind of thing with a lot going deep. I really like the looks of this play. I'm just trying to look for B here. And there he is. Old Michael Hillhouse. I wanted to keep him on the field. And once we got Roche, I knew he wasn't going to be the halfback. So that's why we changed him to wide receiver. But I love the looks of that dagger with the corner route on B. Got some more same motion that we see on these three. We see on these three as well. One with a load option going out to the left, which would go to Hillhouse. A motion inside zone and a motion PA verticals. This playbook is bananas. It was absolutely insane. We've got some wingback off trips in here as well. Same thing with the motions. You got a triple option, a duo run, or a play action pass. Inside zone. Post shot, I think, could be a really good pass play too. Just put like a drag or something on Y, or you could even keep them in a flat, and eventually A would get open over a lot of different zones. PA tight end out, a little whip route coming stock on your tight end. I like the looks of that a lot. Another RPO. Corner flood looks like a bit of a mess to me. There's just way too much going into one area, so I'd want to hot route a couple things around there. More motion options. Curls Y corner looks okay. We might try that one out. Motion PA sweep. Again, anything with your wingbacks or your tight ends going on like drags or quick things across the field. Defenses really struggle to guard those kind of things. Wingback over. Not a huge fan of this one. Motion halfback wheel maybe, but other than that, I mean, some of the runs in here will be fine. Duo wrap, halfback power, some more triple options, some more load options. Zone toss, I don't know. I wish that guy was going in motion. Actually, I'm going to test this. If we can motion Hillhouse over, I would like this a lot better. And we can. Now, how is he going to react on this, though? Because his blocking art still shows him going. Oh, he goes way outside. He's out of there. He is gone. So don't motion Hillhouse over on this, because he is headed straight to the sideline on that toss. Good to know. That's why we do these things in practice mode before trying them out in an actual game. But yeah, some of the runs in wingback over look okay. Passes I'm not too sure on. Now we get some interesting ones here out of wingback doubles off weak. Read by flat. These are always, in my opinion, the best read flat type of plays when they're coming from one side going to the other. So this is going to be, who is that? That's our wingback. That's going to be Hillhouse, number 47. Going to be starting on the right, going to the flat on the left. I think those work better in my opinion, but some more similar motions, different plays with the PA shot, inside zone, and that read by flat. Got some more motion triple or motion read or load options. This playbook's insane. I think it's gonna be fun. Read Y flat, again, same concept as what we saw with the Orbit one, with the Hill House coming from the right, going to the left, this time having those two stay in and block. That looks like a really good red zone goal line type of play. So a lot of interesting good things. Some more motion wheels. I don't think those work nearly as well as they did when the game first came out, but still some potential in those. X dagger, so some good kind of more standard pass plays in these formations too. Really quick, we are going to go over some non-wingback stuff here as well. There's some other fun stuff they kind of have in here, but in this double Z close, Z cross out, that route B is on, it's like a really extended whip route. I'm not convinced it's any good, but it might be. The big thing I like on this is the Y route. Him going not like a standard corner, he kind of comes inside and then back outside, can help create a lot of leverage, especially against man coverage. And with that route X is on, it keeps some zones down, so Y gets open on that quite a bit. Z crosser, as long as you have a fast enough tight end to run a wheel route like that, luckily we do, because Olesh is a monster. And the best, a play like that could still work. Mesh spot, Y sail, just a lot of good, more standard pass plays in some of these formations too. This is a big reason why I think this might be my favorite option type of playbook, because the passing options out of here, we have Y sail again, just out of gun doubles. I love gun doubles. That was a big reason why I like the Arkansas playbook so much. I think gun doubles is really, really good. You got some more read options and things in here too, some different jet motions, a lot of different things going on between these different formations. Now, Y off trips has got one of the weirdest plays I've ever seen. I can't. So we have a direct snap and a DIY halfback direct reverse. I can't imagine this is actually that good, but it'd be really cool if it was. And still, so we have to read that left end and then give it and then cut. Yeah, I just don't know if it's gonna be that good compared to just doing a regular halfback direct. But if we could get it to work, I'm just giving it to him every time now. If we could get it to work, oh, see, that one's got to be a keep. Okay. And maybe that actually helps open up the actual direct a little bit more, but we are losing a blocker on that side. Whoop, whoop, that one went back to our quarterback. This place, a bit of a mess. Not sure if it's going to be all that great. Oh, look at Devin Roche go. But it does kind of keep that defensive end in place. So I don't know if, but then that time it doesn't, so we go out here, but then there's just no blocking over there. So I don't know about actually ever giving it on the reverse, but when we've kept it with Roche, this actually worked out pretty good, except this time when I probably should. Just trying to think out loud here. So if we just wait an extra second, nope, still nothing. I'm getting kind of confused by the jersey colors here. I was trying to think, if we wait till there, is that any better? But it doesn't look like it, because then that corner over there just never gets blocked. Ever. Oh, find your way in there. I love Devin Roche because he's like 5'7", 150 or something like that. So he finds his way through little nooks and crannies on that offensive line. But yeah, we have the direct snap and the direct reverse. It's just insane. There's so many fun things in the old Rice playbook. I think we have one more formation we're going to look at here. Trey for wide receiver. We'll look at the other formations just to show you what they got, but wide trips weak, wide trio offset weak, wing trips weak. You got a couple spread options in here. These should have some kind of funky, yeah, power read. I was wondering if we had any motion triple option like we see. There it is. I was going to say like we see in like a Navy playbook, but this spread flex actually I think looks really good. Between the different motions and the different options you can do, you have a regular, really, really good. Inside cross is one of my favorite pass plays in the entire game. Wide shallow cross is good. PA read, deep out, smash corners. So the spread flex, I think there's a lot of potential here, as well as in Trey for wide receiver. Really, really good pass options out of here between flood, smash, stick. Wide receiver screens I don't love, but Y corner can be really, really good too. I don't love the route the halfback is on. I don't think we'd ever have time for him to actually complete that. Y cross flood and double post, both very, very good at getting a quick underneath option on that RB, that slot receiver over there. On the right, dagger smash, try to attack over the middle a little bit, have A pushing everybody deep, then you have that in route coming right underneath. So I think between the option playbooks, I think the best passing one is for sure Rice. The running we will have to try to work on a little bit, and I do love that we have a couple versions of empty for when the going gets tough and we're really getting desperate. We have empty bunch wide and 5 wide receiver tray. Motion halfback screen could be kind of interesting. The only thing I wish these had, and it doesn't seem like they do, is a QB blast. It looks like both just have a Q. Does this? Oh, this one doesn't even have a quarterback run at all. 5 wide receiver tray has a QB draw. We don't have any sort of QB blast, but at least we have a couple options for 5 wide to mix in with some of the spread flags. Tray 4 wide receiver, all the wingback stuff, the doubles. Like, I think this playbook's gonna be super fun. I don't know how well it's gonna work for us, but I can guarantee you one thing: we're gonna have a lot of fun running it. So again, I will promote it one more time. Old Man Trying Things, our online dynasty. If you want to watch me try this offense with this old Dominion squad, that is going to be the place to do it. This is coming out Saturday. We have a CPU game we uploaded yesterday on Friday. Then our first user game will be coming up later this week, I think sometime. I don't know when, but sometime. So if you're interested in seeing how that goes, that is going to be the spot for you. But that is the Rice playbook. I think it is super fun. I think there's a ton of potential in it, in mixing in the different option plays, the different runs with those really good pass options too. I think this could be an explosive playbook. So let me know if you guys have tried Rice. It is definitely the biggest change from 25 to 26. Looking at playbook to playbook, this is all brand new stuff they just put in to the game this year. So let me know if you tried it. Let me know what you think of it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you next time. Until then, take it easy.